my God, guys. This is very interesting. This is something super, super nice. This is something we've been waiting for, guys. What does Mami Deb mean when she says, oh, she does not know even the country she has traveled to, just like the way she does not know the number of wigs or the number of pair of shoes she has. And at this point, I'm like, okay, are we in the right place, or are we with the right people at this point? Because it is giving Mami Deb is class apart. Okay, what does Esther mean when she says Damari is her fan? You, Esther, what do you even mean saying Damari is your fan? At this point, it is not making sense. Then Esther talking about she does not know Junior Boogie. Hey. And the excitement of Esther having to see the queen who was once our Miss Uganda. Oh my God. Anyway, guys, without wasting time, let's dig deep down into this new reality TV show called the Visas and Vibes. Is it Vibes and Visas, guys? Because this is the place, this is the channel where we shall be doing all the interviews. This is the channel where we shall be doing all the reviews about everything, about but exactly about everything that is be happening. So guys, this is the best channel. Please subscribe, turn on the notification button so whenever I post any video, you're able to watch. Without wasting time, guys, let's dive into what really happened, what happened with this, Vibes and Visas. Is this title really the best title they could choose for this show, or they are just, like, anyway, we're going to see what exactly will be happening. Anyway, guys, without wasting time, let's dig deep down. Let's vibe. Let's get into it. First of all, I'm going to talk about the host. The host, that body, guys. This skin to the guy. That body is banging. He says, my body must kill a man. Literally, that body, the body is giving. Unfortunately, Mandem is married. I don't want to think otherwise, because Mandem is really, really married. Anyway, guys, let's dive into it. Having talked about the host. The host is, super, super nice. Mandem has a body that just, and just as Icy was still looking at, and this host, Mami Deb talks about, all she could see, all she was looking at was the ring. Mami Deb, why are you spoiling the mood at this point? You're really spoiling the mood. We were still, me personally, I was still looking at that hostess just the way he was looking, man damn, and the way he was dressed in that coat. Like the shirt was really fitting. You could really see the chest. And Mami Deb spoils everything, talking about all she could see was the ring. Mami Deb. Anyway, it is what it is. Let's dig deep down. Let's dive into the casts of the Vibes and Visas. So guys, the first cast to enter, or the first person to get to the fireplace where these people were meeting was, Sonia, I say. I'm not going to lie. First of all, at this point, after this season, I really love. I really, really love and cannot wait to see what Sonia has for us, because I like her confidence. I like the fact that she has the stand, and she's, she has this self-awareness, and that is one of the best things in reality TV a person could have. Guys, she has this, self-awareness. She knows what she has. Just as she says, she is the best actually, best actually is expert, something like that. I really cannot wait to see what she has. She said she's an entertainer, she's a content creator, an upcoming makeup artist, then she's a professional dancer. I really cannot wait to see her dancing for us, definitely. Because if you say you're a professional dancer, I cannot wait. First of all, she came in a black, is it a jumpsuit? Something like that. Because she was all in black. And she was looking really, really good. Having to say that she's a professional dancer, and her outfit, was giving really, she is a professional dancer, or she's a dancer, whatever we can call it. And I really cannot wait to see what she has for us in store, because we're going to enjoy everything. Anyway, guys, speaking about Icy. So Icy is here, and she was the very first person to arrive at the fireplace. And the next cast to come in was Esther Natkunda. Oh my God. I must say, I really feel like Esther Natkunda's vibe and, Sonia's vibe, it is kind of literally somehow the same. Both of them are outspoken. They're going to say whatever is on their mind. Before we go to Esther, so guys, Sonia said, she's so expressive in a way that if her words don't say it, her face will say it. We really cannot wait to see what she has in stock. What is she gonna do? Because she really out outspoken. I really cannot wait to see what she has in stock for us. I cannot wait. Anyway, guys, as I was still telling you, the second person to arrive was Esther Natkunda. Esther Natkunda is an entertainer. Esther Natkunda is an influencer, just like she said. She is the best person your brand could work with or could go for. And Esther Natkunda is also a radio presenter, maybe. Yes, influencer, radio presenter, entertainer. I think she has a lot. And Esther Natkunda, guys, we have known Esther Natkunda. Me personally, I've known her on TikTok. Yes, we've seen where she has come, the way she has come on TikTok, the way she has gone viral. Me personally, I really feel like, ooh, she's outspoken. She's a nice person. And also, she has different accents. On this episode, strictly, she came with a South African accent. And I'm like, yo, So now, on this episode, you're coming with a South African accent. I really cannot wait to see which accent she will be bringing in the next episode. But then that is Natkunda for you. She's here. They're having the vibe together. I really feel like the vibe between Sonia and Esther is really high. They share some vibe and it is giving vibes. So we really cannot wait to see what they have for us, literally. So the third person to come was Junior, or called her Bougie Junior. I know she has a Muslim name, but then I know Boogie Junior the most. So guys, Junior is here, and guess what? She is in a red, was it red or maroon? You know, cameras tend to change the colors, also the people who edit. So she's in that red or maroon outfit. I must say, Junior was my best dressed person. I'm not gonna lie. Ginny was my best dressed person at this point, and I was super excited to see her. She's here, she's looking gorgeous, and she wears that confidence with her because she knows whatever she's wearing is top notch. So she's here, and you know, Sonia is happy to see her. Literally, she's talking about, the last time she met her was around some time back. She's excited to see her. She's hugging, doing what? And guys, guess what? Natkunda Esther says she does not know Junior. At this point, I'm asking myself, is it even true? Because guys, let me take you back to Kampala Cream. Those two people were among the people, were among the analysts of Kampala Cream. So what do you mean you don't know? Because at some point, I really feel like, both of them were analysts of Kampala Cream, and both of them were Mami Deb's fans. So, Esther saying she does not know sorry, Boogie Junior. I'll just have to leave it at that. I'm not gonna say, she must know her. We all know sometimes it is not a must to know somebody, but I really feel like question mark. Anyway, it is what it is. So Sonia was okay with filling her in about Junior telling her, Esther, Junior owns a podcast. Junior is a YouTuber. She's just a cool girl, just there. Though Junior said she does not take things serious. So for her case, if you want to remind her of something she mentioned last year, definitely, or the beginning of the year, she will not remember because she does not take most of the things so serious. Anyway, guys, speaking about all that, at this point, when Junior came in, I don't know why the vibe kind of shrank, because it felt like, they've brought some person who's not sharing the same vibe as them. So is this the atmosphere that we are going to have? Is it going to go low and lower, or is it going to go high? So we do not know. So the next person to come was Shida. Is it Shida or Shada, whatever it is? So Shada is here. She was in a two-piece top and short. She's, she comes in. Definitely, I'm not gonna lie, I do not know Shida. I don't know why, but I do not know her. Even from social media, even from anywhere, I do not know her. Because definitely, I do not know all these cats, all these things them on social media, definitely. So Shida is here. She's talking about, she cannot have a roommate. She does not share rooms because she doesn't like people touching her things. At this point, I'm like, yo, go. Why are you beginning with the negative side? You're coming in and thinking about you cannot have a roommate. You're talking about you cannot have people touch your things. It's not making sense to me. Anyway, it is what it is. So Shada is here. She comes in. People are hugging her. But then Esther comes out to say she does not know Shada. Most people definitely do not know her. But then she said, or some people call her China, Korea, something like that. That is Shada for us. And something also she said, she talked about funny combinations. And at this point, I wanted to ask, what do you mean funny combination? Is Esther and Sonia plus Junior? Is it a funny combination? Shada was trying to say. We shall get to that in the next episodes, maybe. I really cannot wait to see which funny, combinations exactly she was trying to say. Anyway, there's nothing much literally about Shada. The next person to arrive at the fireplace was Mami Deb. Yo, we both know Mami Deb will move with a confidence. She will move like she owns the place. She'll move like she's the boss lady. So Mami Deb is here and she travels for a living and she's paid during the travels and everything. She's here, she's looking bougie. And before I forget, guys, Mami Deb was the only person who did not come in that white Benz. She came in her vehicle. At this point, it was already giving class apart. It was already giving we are not in the same worlds. Go! Anyway, Mami Deb is here. She's looking so gorgeous as usual. Definitely for that, it is not a surprise. She always looks so nice. So Mami Deb is here. She comes, people are hugging her. I don't know why to me, people felt fake when they saw Mami Deb. Everybody was smiling. Hey. But to me, not from a bad place, but then to me, it looked kind of fake. I don't know why. Anyway, it is what it is. So Mami Deb is here. She has traveled the whole of her life, and the husband makes sure they travel twice a month, literally in 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks they're traveling. It is what it is. At the end of the day, it is vibes and visas. Definitely we expect the travels, everything. So guys, Mami Deb is here. And so the next person to arrive was Jemimah. Yes. So Jemima is here, and maybe I would say I've known Jemima to be, like a reality TV analyst maybe, and also seen her on TikTok, like she always has an opinion just like whole junior side. But then that makes them the same. Anyway, Jemima is here and Mami Deb is talking about, or she's getting to know Jemima. Jemima is a good girl. Yeah. Jemima was also an analyst of Kampala Cream and she was also Mami Deb's fan. Is that what is joining Mami Deb and Jemima? Let's get to know in the next episodes. Anyway, so Jemima is here. So Junior came out to say, she thinks, she knows Mami Deb and Jemima are close friends. And I'm like, she goes ahead to say, she has seen them in, like parties or functions. And if I'm not mistaken, we've seen Jemima on Mami Deb's birthday party, the surprise birthday they prepared for her. We saw Jemima on that party. Could they really, really be close, or is it a fan? Is Jemima Mami Deb's fan? We really do not know, but it is what it is. Definitely, we are going to get to know on this show who is whose fan and which people are friends. Definitely, friendships will be shaken, new friendships will be made. We really cannot wait to see what is really, really there. So speaking about Jemima, Esther came out to say she has worked with Jemima on the same project, and she feels like something about Jemima is not right. Esther, are you coming from a negative side or something? Because you're saying, no, when somebody says, I've worked with this person on the same project and something about this person is not right, definitely we are putting in the stamps, because if you were on the same page, are you the problem, Esther? Are you the problem, or Jemima is the problem? Who exactly is the problem? Anyway, we're really looking forward to seeing all this drama, because definitely at some point that drama will have to come up, and we really cannot wait. Anyway, guys, we're here, and the next person to come was Ruthie. So guys, Ruthie, we've known Ruthie from Kampala Cream. We've known Ruthie to be Mami Deb's personal assistant. We've known Ruthie to be Mami Deb's brand manager. At this point, she's here as a cast of Vibes and Visas. And she's at the same show with her boss. At this point, it is giving, not from a bad way, but, women, women are women. I really feel like at some point somebody's gonna lose it, and some secrets may come out. Boss and employee on the same show. Anyway, Ruthie is here, and she talks about she's kind of busy, not in the dating world because of her job. She's still fixed, and she's here to explore, to see what is Ruthie outside work, what is Ruthie beyond work. We really cannot wait to see Ruthie. Please be Ruthie at this point. We expect you to be Ruthie, just like you want us to see you as Ruthie, not this Mami Deb's personal assistant, Mami Deb's brand manager. If you say you're here to be Ruthie, please be that Ruthie you want us to see. Anyway, somebody, Esther, came out to say, what is Ruthie doing here? Because she says she knows Ruthie to be Mami Deb, Mami Deb's employee, somebody who carries Mami Deb's wig, Lily, personal assistant, definitely that work. And she says, what is, Ruthie doing here? At this point, it is also giving, Esther, why are you so biased about Ruthie? Yes, she may be a personal assistant or brand manager, but then she's also allowed to be on a show. She's also okay with being on a show. She also has a life apart from, that work. So she's also here to explore, just like you're also here to do. She's also here to do the same activities you're here to do. Yeah, at this point it is giving Esther, that it is already giving there is some tension between Esther and who? And Ruthie, Mami Deb's personal assistant. Because what do you mean why is she here? She's here to do the same things you're here to do. She's also here to do whatever you came for. Anyway, Esther, I do not know. But then there is that tension between Ruthie and Esther from the get-go. And at this point, I'm asking myself, since these people are also Kampala cream analysts, could it be that Esther said some words, or maybe Esther, this thing of analyzing these things also can really get to some people sometimes. Could Esther have said something about Ruthie, and now Ruth and things did not go well? What really happened? We do not know what is behind the scripts, but then we really cannot wait to see how the drama unfolds itself right there, because I can sense the tension immediately. Anyway, guys, the next person to come was Jean. We know Jean as the fashion police girl. She's a fashion person. We know Jean to be a loud person. We know Jean to be a glowing girl, just like she said. She has brought the glow of the show. And she's the curly woman. She's the curly girl. The curls are always curling, She's who she thinks she is. So Jeannie tells us she is an interior designer. She's an influencer. If you have anything you want to market, you want to put out there, she's the right person to go for. So Jean is here, and she tells us she's the morning person. She's the alarm. She'll wake you up at 6 to go and do yoga so that they could keep their shape. Jean, I cannot wait to see Jean and the yoga classes, because girl, you do yoga. Good for you. At least I know yoga keeps people in shape. I really cannot wait to see what Jean has for us. Definitely we expect the fashion, we expect content creation, we expect, like literally a lot of things from Jean, because we've known how to be an influencer, content creator, or maybe also, just like she said, a dancer, and a lot of things. We really cannot wait to see her unfold, like literally put herself there, so that we can see what she has for us in package. See what she has to bring to the table. So guys, the next person to come was Damari. I'm not gonna lie, I do not know Damari on social media. Yeah, because just as I said, I know these people from social media. I've not known Damari on social media, not until the advert was out, and I wanted to check out all the casts. So I went and checked out Damari. So Damari is a nice girl. Definitely, she's not a loud person. She's a calm girl, quiet person. Like kind of reserved. Maybe she could be dangerous if you come for her kind of silent. But then we know sometimes just because someone is silent, it doesn't mean. Anyway, so Damari is here. She's looking all gorgeous. Like people are greeting her, people are hugging her, and Esther is saying she does not know Damari. Guys, Esther does not know Damari, but then since Damari, so she says Damari knows her. Maybe, Damari is Esther's fan. Esther, What do you mean Damari is your fan? Anyway, we do not know what's behind the curtains. Maybe, but at what point would Damari be Esther's fan? Anyway, it is what it is. So Esther says Damari is her fan. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, it is not only Esther who said she does not know Damari, because also Jean said she does not know Damari. Literally, most of the people do not know Damari. But it is what it is. Since they're on the same show, they will now get to know Damari. Let them be patient. They will know who Damari is. There is no rush. You know, they still have all the time. They will get to know who Damari is. So guys, the next are, I don't know why my head takes me back to housemate, but the next cast, it should be cast, the next cast to come was Miss Uganda. I know she's not the current one, but then she was once Miss Uganda. The pretty girl, the queen herself was here, and she was the last, you know, cast to come. And guess what? She's all wearing pink. She's all wearing that confidence, moving in like she's controlling the atmosphere, moving in with the confidence, guys. She's here. She's looking so gorgeous. And Esther, boom, Esther is on the floor. Esther is so happy to see this queen. I think her name is Nantumbo Stella, but then on the show she has Ella. Yeah, she's Ella, but then I think the name or something that I really work with so fast is the Nantumbo name. So Nantumbo is here. She's looking so gorgeous. She's she's herself. And Esther is on the floor. The excitement is up. The excitement is literally at 100%. She's so excited to see Nantumbo here. You know, she's on the floor. The excitement. We are Africans, definitely. We have different ways of showing our excitement. And so everybody's looking at Esther like, what are you doing, girl? Everybody's looking at her. And so everybody's like, So Jean comes out to make a comment like she feels like she's holding, you know, she's holding shame on behalf of someone. At this point, I'm like, okay, Jean, we see you. And, you know, everybody's making comments. Everybody's talking about this, that. And, you know what? Then Mami Deb also talks about the bowing of Esther to this Nantumbo lady. And, you know, Ruthie comes out. It felt like Ruthie was trying to emphasize or support Mami Deb on this thing. So Ruthie came out to say, oh, she was literally on the ground. She was literally on the ground. At this point, it is giving employee assistant supporting boss. It is already giving assistant helping boss. So she came out to say, oh, she was already on the ground. And, you know, like Jeannie talked about, oh, she could be the carpet. And, you know, like literally everybody had a lot to say. Because also Junior mentioned something like, oh, she was literally on the ground like a mop. At this point, it is giving, okay, how do these people express their excitement? Because we've seen how Esther expresses her excitement. She's excited. She's on the floor. She's excited to see somebody she knows. And literally everybody is giving her this attitude of, girl, what are you doing? And everybody's giving this, I cannot do this. Because also, Sonia came out to mention something like, with all this Esther is doing, all this attention Esther is giving this Ella girl, that only that attention pulls Sonia from this Nantumbo lady. At this point, I'm like, what's going on here? Why do I sense tension? Are these people a little bit, you know, intimidated by this Miss Uganda girl, the queen herself? Or what's going on? Anyway, it is what it is. She's here. She's a newlywed. You know, she's still growing. Definitely, she's from the wedding party, and you know, everything's literally cool. She's here. She was the Miss Uganda. Definitely, only that title will speak for her. We know, even when people want to say they do not know her, we sure they know, just like Esther said, they'll pretend, but then definitely they know who she is. Anyway, guys, she's here, so she sits, and now Mami Deb comes. So she wants to talk about the bowing, the way Esther, you know, was bowing for her, where I said, Ruthie came on to also talk about she was on ground, and everybody had a comment. Everybody came out to say whatever they said. And Esther, just like I said, Esther is a outspoken person. She will speak out. She will not keep quiet or feel like, okay, she did something wrong. She came out to say, yo, look, before she knew all of them, the way they are on that show, or call it on this episode, before she knew them, she knew Nantumbe first. So she was excited to see her. She knew Nantumbe before she knew them. At this point, I'm like, okay, make your clarifications. And she also came out to say, oh, she's the Miss Uganda. She was the Miss Uganda. Definitely. She's the queen. What have they contributed for the country? For Nantumbe, she was the Miss Uganda. She has represented Uganda in her regime. Definitely will still say she's still representing the country. In Indonesia, maybe there was a time she represented us, and she has done a lot for the country. She has represented us. What have these people done? Yo, what have they done? Esther was already shooting bullets like yo, pick. She was talking about, she represented us. She was the Miss Uganda. What have these people done? Esther, I hope it is not from the bad side. I hope it is not giving you're not intimidated at any one point. But then Esther was already asking them, what have they done? Then she came for Ruth. She talked about, what has she done? What has she contributed for the country to be recognized? Apart from, handling Mami Deb's, wigs, shoes, suitcases, babysitting. At this point, I'm like, Esther, bullets already? First episode, go. But then definitely, I knew Esther would not keep quiet with the way they were pointing at her, the way the questions were pointing, and everybody wanted to know. Everybody looked like she was supposed to give an explanation. From Esther, everybody's about to pick whatever they are looking for. Anyway, guys, she replied to them, talking about, she was also, Nantumbe was also Esther's judge of that radio where she's working. Is it the Energy, something like that radio, like, oh, she was a judge, so she gave her the job. Like, literally, I think she was among the judges that helped her, like, pass. So she gave her the job. And Mami Deb came out to say, Oga. Mami Deb and Jin came out to say, Oga. I didn't know that this miss was explained. They were asking, is this the way you treat your employees? And she was trying to say, no. But Esther, the excitement, everybody is okay to express the excitement. And we people express our excitements differently. Anyway, guys, these were the casts. And they're here now. Let the drama start. Let the drama unfold, definitely. So speaking about that, Mami Deb told the people, like, oh, the mothers in the building, all the mothers around, please raise your hands. Guys, we have 4 mothers on the show. And the married ones are only 2, Mami Deb and Nantumbe. And at this point, I'm asking myself, Mami Deb, did you have to ask about the married ones or this part of mothers? I really feel like they would have said it if they really wanted to say it. I don't think it was necessary at this point, but it is what it is. At least she was able to, carry us from that incidence of Esther and the bowing to at least a new topic or something else they would talk about and leave that issue alone. So after that, it was, Esther, they came out, like the married ones are 2, mothers are 4. And, Esther came out to say she has been practicing celibacy for 8 years. Esther, how are you doing that? 8 years. And you're not doing anything, Esther. 8 years. That is a lot. 8 years. I'll give you your flowers, because 8 years, girl, that is too much. But anyway, it is what it is. And, And Jemima came out to say she does not know what men have done to Esther, and because she went ahead to talk about the way Esther talks about men on social media, talking about she advises girls not to open their legs for these men. And it is literally kind of funny and weird, but it is what it is. And like also Junior came out to say Esther is intimidated by men. She does not know what men did to her, but she's intimidated by men. And at this point, I'm like, okay, what's going on here? What literally is going on here? But anyway, it is what it is. It was time for these people, to talk about their travel, where the places they have traveled to, definitely. And you know what? It was Esther's turn. So Esther talked about she started traveling when she was 16 years. And everybody was looking at her. So she said, yes, 16 was young. Definitely that was too early because most of these people were still in school. And she went ahead to ask her, is it Ruthie? That tension between Ruthie and Esther kept popping literally. And this is why Esther asked Ruthie, like, where was she? Now, like, where was she like 10 years back, literally? Like when Esther was 16, where was literally who? Ruthie. That is something like, cause she asked her like 10 years back, where? And Ruthie came out to say, in 2016, she was in senior 3. And that tension literally is really giving some drama is unfolding. And like Esther came out to say, she was talking about it 2016. She was talking about traveling at 16 years, not 2016. And at this point, she was already giving what a drama is unfolding between these people. But it was not so much. Did not give it time, or like did not come out really, really so the way it is. And we go to Jemimah. Polite Jemima, girl, she has only traveled domestically because she said this is where she has to talk about domestic, traveling. And she has moved around Uganda and she's, excited. She has just started her journey of traveling. So she's looking forward to, like leaving the country now, traveling, like I would say most of the people have not traveled so much. We are literally going to talk. The person who has traveled a lot, I would say, is Mami Deb and maybe Nantumbe. Those are the people who have traveled a lot. But then the others have been around Africa and Dubai. And also other places. But then Dubai, I think, was the most dominant one. And, others were Africa, East Africa, and everything. So speaking of which, we go to Ruthie. So it was Ruthie's turn, and she talked about she has gone to Kenya. Oh, sorry, she has moved around Uganda, like some parts of Uganda. She has gone to Kenya. She has gone to Dubai. She has gone to the Maldives, and she says she was there for her own vacation, like to enjoy. And boom, just like I said, the tension between Ruthie and Esther is not, like closing, or is not living at any one point, or anyhow, they are not getting calm at any one point. Bullets are already moving like. So Esther came out to say, yo, go away. Because she said she knows Ruthie to be Mami Deb's personal assistant or brand manager. And she says, when she talked about Dubai, like, Mami Deb has gone literally not has gone, but Mami Deb goes to Dubai literally on a weekly basis. So Ruthie, who is the personal assistant, has to go along. She has to tie along to go and check, work on Mami Deb's wigs and also her shoes, carry the suitcases. At this point, it is giving, Esther, what is the problem? What is the problem? Yes, she might be the personal assistant, but then maybe also this personal assistant has a leave where she also chooses to go to Dubai. Then the Maldives. She said, Ruthie going to the Maldives. She says Ruthie went to the Maldives because it was Mami Deb's wedding. Well, we all know Mami Deb's wedding was in the Maldives, and she says Ruthie was not on a vacation. Ruthie was there to babysit the kids. Esther, what is the problem? On the very first episode, Esther, and you're coming for Ruthie just like that. I don't know where the tension is coming from, but then this tension between Ruthie and Esther is giving something is going on. It's giving drama. There is drama there. Anyway, guys, so Ruthie also talked about she feels like Esther, she cannot know her or she cannot open up to Esther because she feels like they're on different lanes. At this point, I'm like, okay, girl, which lane are you? At this point, okay, now Ruth, which lane are you? Which one exactly? Because if you're saying you're on different lanes with, Esther, yeah, I sense the drama, guys. I sense that drama. The drama will be unfolding anytime. The lanes are different. Somebody's asking why the other is in the show. And this one talking about this one being, like a personal assistant carrying gigs in charge of, shows, like babysitting and carrying suitcases. This tension is too much. It is too much already. I don't know where it is coming from because we're not behind the cameras, but the tension is already too much. That tension between, there's the tension between Esther and Ruthie. My God, it is already too much. Anyway, guys, speaking of which, let's talk about Mami Deb, the only woman who has traveled and she can only count the country she has not gone to. Mami Deb. She also went ahead to say, she travels like twice in a month. Definitely, she's always every 2 weeks she's traveling, because if you're traveling twice a month, definitely every 2 weeks you're traveling. So Mami Deb says she can only count countries she has not gone to. Guys, at this point I was asking myself, yo, Mami Deb, I tapped a blessing. Mami Deb, I tapped the blessing. That is the only thing maybe I can say. Because probably, I've not traveled. I'm not going anywhere. Because at this point, if Mami Deb is saying she can only count countries she has not gone to, she said she even does not know all the countries she has gone to, the way she does not know how many wigs, how many pair of shoes she has on. The only thing she knows is what she's wearing next. Mami Deb. Oh, it is already giving class above. It is already giving different worlds at this point. So Mami Deb mentioned the country she has not gone to, because they're the only countries she can mention. And guys, I'm not gonna lie. Mami Deb fits in the vibes and visas. Now, I think she's the person who fits clearly in the vibes and visas at this point. So guys, leaving that aside, let's talk about, Junior. When Mami Deb was done speaking, guys, Junior was kind of looking, remember, she was seated next to Mami Deb. And at this point, she's looking at Mami Deb like, literally, she started pushing herself next to Icy. How is Sonia? At this point, he's giving, when it was Junior's turn, guys, Junior said she has not traveled. She has only gone to her home, her school, and definitely the destination she's in right now. And I'm going to say, Junior, you better than many of us. You're better than me personally. Because, you've gone to the destination you are in. Some of us have not been there. Definitely, you're better than us. Literally, I would say she was open. She also went ahead to say, some of them talked about visiting places, but then she really feels like some of them are lying. Junior, who is lying? Junior, who is lying? We really cannot wait to see the drama unfolding. And when it was Damari's turn, Damari has gone to Kavale. Damari, you're better than some of us, because me personally, I've not been to Kavale. So Damari, you do not have to be scared, girl. You've traveled. Because I've never been to Kabale, definitely. But then she looks forward to learning. She looks forward to seeing and learning from these people who have traveled, which is literally very, very nice. So, when we talk about Sonia has also traveled. She has gone to Dubai. She has gone to these East African countries, Kenya, and she says for her, she looks forward to first visiting or traveling to African countries before she crosses to the Asian countries. And then when she was mentioning it, literally, the way Ginny was looking at her like, yo, okay. It was already giving, okay. You go ahead. I'll be saying where you're going. Anyway, guys, when we talk about Jean said she has traveled, she has traveled to all East African countries, Kenya, she's Ugandan, Kenya, Tanzania, South Sudan, Burundi, Rwanda. She says she has gone there, and she has also traveled to Egypt and maybe Dubai. Yeah. Anyway, guys, most of them have literally gone to Dubai. Yeah, I think they have Dubai in common. And something, guys, I really feel like most of these casts were, not like I can say, were Kampala Cream analysts. Because if you look at Bougie Junior, she was an analyst of Kampala Cream. If you look at Jemima, she was also a Kampala Cream analyst. If you look at Esther, was also a Kampala Cream analyst. Because that means most of these people were analysts of Kampala Cream. And guys, not from a bad side, but then these people, most of them were Mami Deb's fans. At some point it is giving, Mami Deb brought her fans to experience something. Yeah, at some point it is what it is giving at some point. So anyway, without leaving Ruthie, Mami Deb talked about Ruthie is here to have fun. We should see Ruthie as Ruthie. She's here to explore. Guys, to me, it is giving courts, because being with your boss on the same show, doing the same thing, kinda, not from a bad way, but I know she wants her to, like, get that exposure, like, be there, but is it going to work? Isn't it going to create a little bit of some problems? I hope no secrets will be uncovered. Yeah. Anyway, guys, speaking about all that, these are the casts. We can see already the drama will be unfolding soon. We can see some people intimidated by the others. We can see others want to be better than the others. We can really sense the drama already. We really cannot wait to see what happens on this vacation. Speaking of all that, guys, the host is back. Our handsome host, nice looking guy, nice body is back. And so he came to, like, literally address these people before he could leave them. And he talked about sharing or like pairing up, like having a roommate. At this point, it takes me back to Shada, where Shada said she cannot have a roommate, like, because she doesn't like people touching her things. She doesn't like somebody touching her things without permission. At this point, yes, Shada, in the right place. I do not know. At this point, it is giving me, cause I thought when you go for something like that staycation, probably they must provide you with the rules first. You have to go through them before you sign the contract and see, are you really going to go, or are you really going to do this? Because I do not know. If Shada talks about she cannot have a roommate, I don't know what happens, because, like Kingsley, who is the host, came out to say, they're going to have roommates, and you cannot tell who your roommate is. You just go check the place, and your roommate they already allocated the roommates. At this point, it is giving. What will happen with Shada? She also, the handsome host, still talked about no fighting. No fighting. And it will take me back to Jemimah, to when Jemimah talks about if you come for her, like if there is a fork on the table, it will come straight here. So Jemimah go, no fighting, no getting physical. So I don't know what Jemimah is going to say, but then no getting physical. I really do not know what they're gonna do. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think about this first episode, but then that is what I say. That is what I think. I can sense the drama already. I can sense that there is some drama uncovering. There is also denial already. I can also sense that friendships will be broken so far. I can also sense that, like, there are more like new friendships that will be made. I do not know what you think. Tell me, guys, what do you think about this Ruthie and Esther's tension? What do you think about that tension? And again, what do you think about our Mami Deb being with Ruthie, employee and employer on the same show? What do you really think about all this? And among other casts, who do you think will be the vibe? Who do you think will bring the drama? Who do you think will be entertaining to us? Anyway, guys, I cannot wait to see what will happen next. Please subscribe, hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification button so that whenever I post any video, you're able to watch. I love you so much. Thanks for watching. Bye.